the Russian Geographical Society in India.
Don't close.
Very nice.
जन गण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता। पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा। विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा। तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे। गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता। जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे।
Very well spoken.
Who will smash?
You introduced the subject very well. Yes.
Very good. Happy birthday to you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Спасибо. А когда будет есть
Success.
When we will
Inviting me here to welcome you all to this grand occasion of inauguration of India Russia business and culture. It is something different than other organizations because it has the cooperation of both the great countries, India and Russia, And we have the honored presence of our Padma Vibhushan, Dr. Karan Singh, who has an illustrious career in politics, in social life, and in the literary world, who is well known not only in the country but also other countries too, because of his literary fellowship and expertise. And of course, he carries a history with him, which is glorious history of India. We have the honored presence of Mr. Shekhar Dutt, former governor of Chhattisgarh. We have the honored presence of Ambassador, His Excellency Ambassador Mr. Alipov, and members of Russia-India Friendship Society, India-Russia Foundation, and all present, all those who have come from Russia all the way to India for this grand occasion of inauguration of this organization that has been formed very recently, the Geographical Society of India, and along with Geographical Society of Russia. So, as you all know, the geography brought us all together here, the Russian and the Indians, to bring glory to this relationship, to this historical relation between the two countries. I am very grateful to the organizers. Of course, I am also one of them, although I am behind it. So, but everything has been done by my friends and colleagues here. Yes, we are really glad to see Padma Vibhushan Dr. Karan Singh here, and he will make his, he will give his blessings to this organization to continue with our friendship, continue with our cooperation, and continue with our people-to-people diplomacy. As we all know that today the world is quite different. It's not the world that we used to see when we first came to Parliament, as I remember, because at that time when I visited along with my colleagues, members of Parliament, it was Soviet Russia. So I remember meeting His Excellency Dr. Karan Singh in the airport, in the lounge during my first visit to Moscow. So it is really a very, very happy and happy occasion for all of us to bring fresh to our memory about our visits and our relations, and particularly our friendship between the two countries. Without taking more time, without taking much time from you, I welcome you all, both the Russian delegation and the Indian delegation, and particularly the dignitaries present here. Thank you very much.
My good friend Bhubaneswar Kalita, who was in Parliament many years ago. Rajesh Mehta, who has been associated with my family for many generations. Shekhar Dutt, and Sabharwal and other members of the Inauguration Friendship Society, and the new organization that is being set up. It will interest you to know, Excellency, my relations with Russia go back 70 years, long before all of you in this hall were born. In 1955, President Bulgarin and General Secretary Khrushchev, this is the Soviet Union, and at a party given by Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, our great leader, he was introducing all the guests. He introduced them to me I said, Excellency, you should come to Kashmir. I was at that time head of the state in Jammu and Kashmir. Casual remark. I go back to Jammu. I get a telephone from Pandit, they've taken your remarks seriously, they're coming. So, I said, wonderful. So we all rushed up to Srinagar because we were in Jammu for the winter. We rushed up to Srinagar and there they both arrived. And there's a famous picture of me straddled between Bulgarian and Khrushchev, who were both rather large people. And in my open car, I got into great difficulty. Anyhow, I drove them. They were there for 2 days. They went around the country. They came to my house. They gave me beautiful ceramic gifts are still there. The king of the sea and the queen of the sea. Beautiful ceramic. I said, Excellency, I thought you didn't like kings and queens. So he said, no, we don't mind them as long as they're porcelain. I'm not sure whether anybody understand. Russians won't understand what I say. Anyhow, and it was at my party, farewell party to them, that Mr. Khrushchev got up and said, for the first time, if you ever need us, just come up to these hills and call and we will come. Because there were hills there. And that was the first time really that he stressed the fact that Jammu and Kashmir was part of India and very part of India. So that was a very historic visit. And then as Russian hospitality, they invited us for a return visit. And my wife and I went to Russia in 1962. It was a glorious visit. They put a plane at our disposal. We flew all over to Sochi and Tbilisi and we went all over. And I saw Maya Plzetkaya dancing Swan Lake in the Bolshoi Theatre. What more can one hope for? And what a glory. And I visited the Ruralic Institute and marvelous museum in Leningrad, St. Petersburg. And we went down to Stalingrad, where you put up such a brave resistance. That in some ways was the turning point of the Great War. The way the Russians stood their stand against the German invasion. That and the Normandy invasion. These were the two critical elements to defeat the fascists. So that was very interesting. Then I went to various other places also. I went to Zagorsk because I was very interested in religion. I must tell you something that I asked. There was a small party in the Kremlin. I was there, Ambassador Menon, senior Menon, and his wife, and Mr. Khrushchev was there, Foreign Minister was there, Mr. Gromyko. And I asked Mr. Khrushchev, Mr. Then can I ask you a question? Not a political question, private question. I said, is it possible for anybody in here to be a member of the Communist Party and also to be a believer? He said, no. We are an atheistic party. You can't be a believer if you want to come to our party. We accept all religions. We protect all religions. But we are I found that very, very interesting because in India, religion is all pervasive. If you have a party that doesn't want religion, then the party would not exist. So that is something which is stuck in my mind. But Hu Jintao, I asked him when I visited China 60 years later, I said, Mr. Karan, same question, same answer. I said, can you be a member of the Chinese Communist Party if you are a believer? No. So that is just something I mentioned with significant event. But that visit to the Soviet Union was a very, very beautiful experience. Such a potent Kasiba panorama.
Wow.
And it was very, very nice. My wife and I went around. We looked after us very well. We lived in a dacha in Alexei Tolstoy lane. So that is something we always been in my memory. Subsequently, I visited Mr. Guru. Mr. Gorbachev was a friend of mine. Because I was working together on that Green Cross Society. You know, he had the Green Cross that for welfare of animals and protection of that. I was a member of that committee. So Gorbachev and I met him quite frequently. So then after that, I lost touch. But I would like to say on this occasion that India and Russia represent two great civilizations. They represent two great civilizations that have made a tremendous contribution to world culture. And when they work together, it becomes immense. The friendship, the Indo-Russian friendship has been a very strong factor, a stabilizing factor in Asia. And we greatly appreciate the support that Russia has given us always in the Security Council, in all the debates, and also directly. And I'm very happy to know, Excellency, that trade is booming, and I'm sure you will achieve your target. I hope more and more tourists are coming and going between India and Russia. So tourism is a very important factor in developing people-to-people relations. And of course, technological and cultural contacts. Today we've had bright young artists who made some very interesting paintings that are visible outside. And we have now the Russian Geographical Society opening a branch here. That's very interesting, I find. Because the geography that we learned at school is all changed. Because now you can see the world from above. And so all the lines that we had in our school maps and all are no longer valid. They've all changed. But it's fascinating. And geography, of course, Russia goes right up to the north. And we come not very much, fairly down to the south. So I presume the Geographical Society is going to research geography in India with Indian geographers. I've never come across an Indian Geographical Society. Is there an Indian Geographical Society?
There is.
I don't think there is. There is. I've never heard of it. Anyhow, now you're going to find out.
This is chairman.
National Association of Geographers India.
Sorry?
National Association of Geographers India, and its headquarters is in Delhi.
Good. Well, there you are.
Delhi University.
One of the largest societies.
I've now discovered good. So now you know who we're going to work with. And this collaboration, I'm sure will be very useful. I don't know whether you publish maps and atlases at all nowadays, or everything is on machines. But I'm sure that you will do a lot of very valuable work, because the world today is in turmoil, is in flux. And I think India-Russia friendship provides an area of stability which is much needed. So today we have the whole world. There are wars in Europe, there are wars in Asia, there are wars in Africa, there are wars in Latin America, there are wars everywhere. So the whole world has become very disturbed. So in these disturbed times, these solid friendships can go a long way in creating a sane society again. And therefore, on behalf, I'm not speaking on behalf of anybody, but on behalf of the people of India, I've lived so long in India now, I can say that our very warm greetings to the Russians who are all here. Welcome to our country, and we keep coming back here. And I've had the pleasure now meeting the Ambassador. Perhaps we will meet again sometime. So come over to my house for a cup of tea. We're next door to you. I'm in Charaktapuri also. It will be a great pleasure to receive you there. Like I received Bulgarin and Khrushchev in my house in Kashmir. So after 70 years, I received you in my house in Delhi.
Welcome.
And thank you very much. And congratulations to everybody. Congratulations to everybody in the organization. My good wishes and my prayers are with you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Welcome you all tonight. And I would like to especially welcome Shri Bhubaneswar Kalita ji, Member of Parliament, Dr Karan Singh ji, who himself is an illustrious son of this country with the rich biography behind him. A politician, a philosopher, a poet. It is an honor to see you amongst us tonight, sir. Former Governor, Shri Samrat, dear friends, tonight is indeed a very important event for which I would like to thank Shri Kalita ji, who is the head of the India-Russia Foundation. I would like to specifically thank Sudhir Sabharwal ji, who has been instrumental behind these endeavors. Our meeting is about friendship between our countries. It's about the promotion of cultural ties between our countries, business ties between our countries. The title of this meeting is the Under One Sky, Russia and India Business and Culture. But it is also important to note and to stress that tonight we are launching the Center of Russian Geographical Society in India. I believe that this endeavor will take the trajectory of our humanitarian ties forward and will contribute to the overall promotion of the special strategic partnership between our countries. Will promote the people-to-people contacts, will contribute to the academic exchanges and scientific research. New formats such as this is the need of the hour, in my opinion, and build upon the results and the deliberations that we have had this year during the Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to Russia in July and on just concluded BRICS summit in the Russian city of Kazan, where we again had a very fruitful bilateral exchange between the Russian president and the Indian prime minister. Our trade ties are booming. We have reached the level of 65 billion USD annual turnover, trade turnover. We have set for ourselves the target to achieve the level of 100 billion USD trade turnover by 2030. I believe we will succeed in reaching this target and fulfilling it thus through the promotion of Indian exports to Russia in the first place. We broaden fintech and banking cooperation. We maintain the dialogue on the use of national currencies in bilateral trade. We are implementing very promising, groundbreaking, I would even say, connectivity projects such as the Vladivostok-Chennai maritime route, which incidentally was operational during the Soviet times, and we would like to revive it. The North-South International Transport Corridor. We expand engagements in strategic areas such as the energy, food security. We are leading partners in nuclear energy, nuclear power, in defense, of course, and in space. New promising options are opening up in the areas of labor, mobility, education, tourism, and many other. Obviously, such endeavors like this Center of Russian Geographical Society in New Delhi will multiply the opportunities for social, scientific, and cultural cooperation between our countries. Will expand the ties and the connections between the people, and would really be instrumental in raising the awareness about the potential of today's Russia and India as the two powerhouses are taking the center stage in the evolving polycentric multipolar world order. I would like to again welcome you all tonight. Wish you success in discovering new prospects for mutually beneficial cooperation and have a fruitful discussion tonight. Thank you very much.
Very encouraging speech, sir, and we are inspired. Now I would request Shekhar ji to say a few words on the opening of the society.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, Excellency Ambassador of Russia, Sri Kalita.
You can sit down if you want.
All our friends here, of course, Honorable Shri Karan Singh ji had to leave, but we have seen the opening of this society. Shri Karan Singh ji told us about Indo-Russian friendship as he saw right in the beginning in 1955. I was at that time in school, and I had come when Honorable Mr. Khrushchev and Mr. Bulgarian were felicitated here, and we were standing with India and Russia flags, and we said Dobro Pozalobad, and we presented bouquets to both the honorable gentlemen. That was 1955. 1967 or 16, yeah, 7, 8. I was in Russia. At that time I had joined the army, and to take the gun, 130mm gun, and get trained in it. And in 1971, we got T-55 tanks. So both these weapons were very useful, and we fought 1971 war. That was 1967 and 71. After that, I joined the Ministry of Defense, and I was part of Joint Indo-Soviet Working Group, GISWOG, and I attended many GISWOG meetings. And then in 1991, Soviet Union split and went and Russian Federation came into being. So GISWOG became GIRWOG, and I was part of it. So history of India-Russia friendship at different stages and different places, and I was there, and I had a lot of very, very interesting learning and friendships with Russians at both in Russia and in India. This geographical society, geographical partnership is going to be an equally interesting partnership between India and Russia. And I'm sure that the people connected with all the interesting things about geography is they're going to learn a lot. I've been all over, from Arctic to Vladivostok to Sochi, so all over Russia. It's a fantastic country with fantastic geography. And people there are extremely proud of their geography and the variety of geographical treasure which that country has. India also has a variety of geographical treasure, right from alpine climate to desert to seas, 7,500 kilometers of coastline. So it's a partnership where people of both the countries would learn and find more and more new things as time goes by. I wish all success to everybody who is associated with this venture, and I wish them all pleasure and learning through this wonderful partnership. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Спасибо большое, уважаемый господин Сингх, ваше превосходительство, господин посол, все присутствующие. Для меня большая честь выступить сегодня на этом замечательном празднике.
Yeah, so I would like to thank everyone, especially Mr. Singh and His Excellency Mr. Ambassador.
И я хотел бы поделиться с вами тем открытием, которое я совершил недавно, работая с уникальными фондами Русского географического общества, где у нас хранятся десятки тысяч исторических документов, фотографий и книг, посвященных Индии.
And I would like to share with you one discovery that I made while working in the foundation of Russian Geographical Society, where we have archives with thousands and thousands of documents and photographies from different historical moments.
Не только фотографий, но и документов. И Русское географическое общество было основано в 1845 году под покровительством императора, российских императоров, и находилась под покровительством российского императорского дома. Так вот, с конца XIX века наследники престола, русского императорского престола, отправлялись в путешествие, чтобы узнать мир, чтобы управление страной и международные отношения Российской империи вышли на новый уровень. И вот как вы думаете, какая страна стала обязательным пунктом для посещения будущих русских императоров?
So in 1842, this Geographical Society was founded by the Emperor's family himself, and under their patronage they've been practically providing the opportunity for the descendants of the throne to discover and understand how to govern Russia better, based on the experience of other countries. And I suppose you can guess which country was utterly important for a visit and for study for future emperors of Russian Empire.
многие сейчас в России не знают этого, но этой страной была Индия. И у нас в архивах Русского географического общества хранятся свидетельства и документы посещения Индии Николаем II и многими великими князьями.
And not many people are aware of this right now in Russia, but in our archives we have a huge number of documents and proofs showing that Nicholas II and other members of noble families, they were visiting India quite frequently.
Прошло 150 лет, и мы провели исследование. Какая страна больше всего интересует россиян как место, куда можно отправиться в путешествие? Как вы думаете, что ответили люди, что это была за страна?
So after 150 years, we decided to have a public opinion, to have a poll regarding which country is the most preferable for Russians to visit for their journey, for their trip. And again, you can guess which country was number one.
И снова это была Индия. Таким образом, вне зависимости от государственного строя, вне зависимости от времени, вне зависимости от многих причин, Индия остается наиболее интересной, наиболее привлекательной страной для россиян.
So you guessed it right, it was India, so that shows that regardless of time or political regime, India remains the most attractive destination for Russians.
Я думаю, теперь вы понимаете, почему сегодня мы с огромным удовольствием открываем Центр Русского географического общества в Дели.
And I think now you can clearly understand why we are so happy to open the Center of Geographical Society in India today.
И у нас есть очень большой материал для взаимного сотрудничества. Просто в качестве иллюстрации приведу пример. Патроном Русского географического общества сейчас является президент России Владимир Путин. И он уделяет особое внимание проектам, связанным с развитием сотрудничества со странами глобального юга и особенно с Индией.
So, just to give you an example of how great and vast this cooperation can be, the current patron of our society is President of Russian Federation, Mr. Putin, and he is specifically interested and focused on developing the cooperation with countries of Global South.
Особенно с Индией. И как раз сейчас по его поручению мы занимаемся реставрацией и изучением самой древней карты, существующей в России, которая описывает связи, торговые, политические и экономические связи России и Индии. Это карта 17 века.
And currently we are working and studying and trying to do the restoration of the oldest map that we have in our archives. It's coming from 17th century and it's showing the most prominent at the time trade routes and connecting roads between India and Russia.
Другое важнейшее событие произошло на саммите БРИКС в Казани, где председатель попечительского совета РГО Владимир Владимирович Путин объявил единый день географа стран БРИКС. То есть во всех странах БРИКС с этого года, это общее решение всех стран БРИКС, 18 августа будет праздником всех географов. И это еще один повод для того, чтобы нам вместе работать, вместе этот праздник отмечать и приурачивать к нему важные и нужные для наших стран события.
And another important event that happened during the summit of BRICS in Kazan is that Mr. Putin proclaimed, of course with the agreement of all the other countries, the one day when the geographers will be celebrated. So now, 18th of August is an official day for all BRIC countries celebrating geography and geographers.
Поэтому я хотел бы поблагодарить всех, кто был причастен к созданию Центра Русского географического общества в Индии. И хотел бы в завершение вручить членские билеты наших соратников, членов Русского географического общества, патрону Центра Русского географического общества в Индии, доктору Карану Сингху.
And I would like to thank everyone, and in the end I would like to give the membership card to the patron of Russian Geographical Society, Dr Karan Singh.
Господину Калите.
To Mr. Kalita.
Покажи медаль, надо показать. Надо special memorial medal.
Kalita ji, special memorial medal and membership card.
Это особая медаль и членский билет.
И также мы вручаем эти памятные серебряные медали с первой эмблемой Русского географического общества 1849 года.
And we're also presenting the silver medals, where the first symbol of Russian Geographical Society from 1849 is engraved.
И в завершении я хочу...
Подожди, Сухир-то нужен. Свет, а есть для Сухира членский билет?
Есть. И мы также имеем членский билет и памятную медаль для господина Сухира Сапарова.
We also would like to present the membership and the medal to Mr. Sukhir Sabarwal.
На траве принес, на траве.
И этот атлас мы также передаем Центру Русского географического общества в Индии. Будем надеяться, что там появится большая библиотека из русских книг. Это копия первого русского атласа, принадлежавшего императрице Елизавете Петровне.
And we would like to present this atlas, which is the copy of the oldest atlas that belonged to the Empress Elizabeth from 1745. And we hope that it will be only the start of the collection of the library that will grow even bigger.
Я хотел бы сказать, что во всех материалах Русского географического общества, начиная с середины 19 века, посвященных Индии, обязательно содержится приписка русских исследователей о том, что они желают Индии свободы и независимости. Мы надеемся, что эти материалы станут доступны в Индии и будут переведены на языки народов.
And would like to notice that almost all the documents and materials that we have in our archive starting from the middle of 19th century, they always have the mention that Russian travelers, they always wish India liberation and freedom, and I hope that it will be translated and it will be available to Indian public.
Дорогие друзья, я хотел сказать, что время подарков не закончилось. Наша совместная группа российско-индийских художников хотят сделать результат своего совместного творчества, передать в дар нашим индийским друзьям и партнерам свои портреты. Их портреты. Так, Даша Карачева, прошу.
So the time of gifts is not over.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Very much like me. Yes, it's you. Same clothes I wore.
Ну и, конечно, портрет господина Калиты.
Look, yes.
Вот, пожалуйста.
Вау!
Thank you so much. Спасибо вам. Спасибо вам. Давай, Калита.
25 kg. So good. You have to eat more.
Okay, sir.
To correspond to the portrait.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Ну не надо, не говори. Откройте занавес, откройте занавес. Судир, open the curtain.
Here. I request her to say a few words.
И также вручаем подарок госпоже Шевченко, которая является президентом Российского комитета Всемирной организации по дошкольному воспитанию под эгидой ЮНЕСКО.
Спасибо большое. Добрый вечер. Спасибо за предоставленную возможность. У нас, конечно же, мы благодарим организаторов такого мероприятия. Очень, конечно, желаем успехов Русскому географическому центру в Индии, в важной работе, основанной, конечно же, на доверии, уважении, взаимоотношении таких великих народов, таких великих стран мира, как Россия и Индия. И разрешите, пожалуйста, вам маленький, скромный, но очень трогательный подарок. Это панно. Вон там панно. Можно его как-то осветить, да? Оно уникальное, потому что над этим панно работали самые маленькие россияне. Это панно сделано детьми дошкольного возраста. В нем участвовали 7 детских садов города Москвы, около 100 ребятишек. Каждый из них внес маленькую частичку своего уважения, души, любви к такой прекрасной, замечательной стране, как Индия. Спасибо большое. Мы также дарим приветственный адрес, и здесь отчет, как это все происходило. Можно посмотреть, с каким удовольствием дети делали эту замечательную работу. Спасибо вам большое.
So I would like to thank everyone for this opportunity, and I would like to thank organizers, and I'm definitely wishing success to Russian Geographical Society, and I believe that those relationships between our countries that are built on trust and respect, they will be even more enforced with this new organization. And from our side, I would like to present a special gift that was made.
Спасибо вам огромное, что вы нас посетили. Спасибо вам, ребята. Да. Нет. Девушка русского географического общества – это Русь. Она не дарится. Она представляет нашу страну в русском географическом обществе. Работа Александра Смирнова – это наш академик, Российской академии художеств. Он выстроен во многих музеях. Он представлял русскую живопись на биеннале во Флоренции. Он регулярно выставляется в Лувре и считается эталоном русской академической школы. Поэтому мы решили, что если открывается русское географическое общество, русское искусство должны представлять именно подобные эталоны. Это да. Всегда молодая, всегда сильная, всегда
This is a picture for the Geographical Society, for the Center of Geographical, called Russia.
Always strong, always young, always beautiful. Our country, Russia.
Strong and resilient, full of hope and